This movie is so awesome that I had to get it on Blu-ray. Birdemic.
There it is.
Shock and terror. Where do we start?
Here's the thing. This is a movie?
So Birdemic, what it's about is basically a bird apocalypse. Just hanging out with my family. I love how the first half of this movie takes place all indoors when there's no bird attack. And then the last half of the movie, when there is a bird attack, what do? They just hang out outdoors. I can't go back.
Wait, do your bad robot.
I think this is gonna be a two-parter episode, dude. I really do.
Oh, do the shaky hand.
Yeah, I can't do the shaky hand.
Okay.
Okay, so welcome back to part 2 episode of our movie review on Birdemic.
Here's the thing, like, the director, like, it's not bad on purpose, and that's why it's so awesome.
It's so crazy because like in his mind thought he was making.
And that's what makes the Troll 2 and Birdemic and The Room all special and on that list of bad movies is that they really tried.
Like, Troll 2 was made by an Italian who has very broken English. The Room was made by Tommy Wiseau, which no one even knows.
He might not even be human.
We think he's an alien. And then this guy is Korean. James, what's his name? James. That word. So he's Korean. So I just find that a very funny coincidence that all three of these filmmakers that are now put on pedestals for these unbelievable films that they've made,
which all take them so seriously and get really butthurt when people make fun of them.
Absolutely. And one of my favorite things about the monster birds themselves is the proportion of the birds in reality to the rest of the shots. There are shots of a bird where it's like this size in the frame, and it's just sitting there flapping its wings and floating, and it's not like a side shot of the bird, it's not like, whatever. It's either frontwards or backwards viewing, perfectly frontwards or backwards, doing this, and doing the worst cawing ever. Caw, caw, which this movie is caw, caw. So I think they were just describing the movie. So the birds are in this frame, but it doesn't matter where the bird is supposed to be within the frame. Like, it could be a really wide shot and the bird's supposed to be way back in the background, but it's still this size. Or it could be a close-up shot of an actor, but the bird is still this size. What about the first time they try to fight off the birds? We haven't even talked about that yet.
Where does the guy get the Uzi? Is this the scene?
Before that, when they first leave the hotel.
Oh, with the coat hangers?
Yes. So for some reason they're in a hotel.
No, it's their room. It was one of their rooms. I thought.
I think it's supposed to be the one girl's apartment.
Apartments are actually hotel rooms.
Well, Whitney Moore and the other guy, robot dude, because he's got the acting skills of a robot. They finally hook up, and they get it on, as they say. And so they go back. What we're supposed to assume is her apartment, but it's obviously a hotel room. It is a hotel room.
Hotel room.
Oh. and then like, and they do their thing, and then the next morning birds are attacking, and so they can't leave. And the birds are gone. They sneak out and they go to another apartment or hotel room and bump into a couple other characters. And like, and so they go in that apartment building room, and like, how are we gonna get out of here? You know, well, we gotta find something to fight them off with. Coat hangers will do the trick. They fight off birds with coat hangers.
The hotel kind that don't have the curve at the end, and they're just
waving coat hangers. Like, this is literally the direction that they were given. Just
we'll put the birds in later.
Yeah.
You got it. You're fighting them.
It'll look cool.
But then on the road, there's obviously cars driving by, and then the guy has a freaking machine gun out of nowhere, and then it's a 10-minute fight scene of shooting birds with the same shot and sound of the bird getting shot. 10 minutes of this bird, and this is like, oh, then they move over here. Same bird.
And they all have guns. Like, this van is full of guns. Like, they go to the other couple's van to get away, and they all have guns. They just all have guns now.
I'm kidding. Where and then proficient.
They're driving along, shooting. Well, normal traffic. You know, it's supposed to be bird apocalypse, and just normal traffic.
They try to cut it out, but it's not.
Well, the best is when they're on the side of the road saving the two children trapped underneath the car. But one's in the trunk and the other's in the car, underneath the car, because that's where I put my children.
Right.
And they're standing out there shooting off birds, and oh man, this is a massive action scene. That's normal traffic driving up and down. Blatantly obvious that normal traffic's driving up and down.
Not speeding, not in a hurry.
No, not at all. Couldn't even add in sound effects of cars driving by fast or anything to maybe help. No, not at all. That's another thing too, like the audio of this movie.
Awful. I'm already mad again.
Well, this is a guy you don't want to tick off when it comes to sound. He's very, very particular about sound. He's a musician and all that. But like, this has got the worst audio ever. It's got scenes that are overdubbed that are indoor scenes that you could have totally controlled the audio in. But now they overdub it. And then there's scenes where they're on a beach with the smashing ocean as your background sound. And they use real audio. So you're hearing this the whole time. It's brilliant.
Every decision they made in this movie was the wrong one.
Exactly. Every decision.
You gotta see it. I couldn't believe it.
This movie should have been called Birdemic. Everything happens in 10 minutes.
Like what has to be one of your favorite 10-minute scenes is the ending of the movie, which might be 20 minutes long. I don't know. It felt like it. Or we were ready for the end. I don't know. We probably should.
That's fine. No. Does anybody care if we spoil the ending?
Well, I'm just saying.
Can you really spoil this ending?
Well, just that it's...
The ending spoils the ending.
They're on the beach, you know, and then it's over and they fly away.
The birds are just like, yeah, we're bored with this. Let's go.
Let's
Get out of here. But you notice though, I noticed that as the birds are still attacking and stuff, there's a, like centipede style graphics, because like everything happens in bird world, everything is two-dimensional. Like the birds are attacking here, they're doing this, and then there's another set of birds that come in that's perfectly parallel with those birds, just flying, and they're hanging out here sideways while these birds are facing forward, and they basically have a bird discussion, and then they all just leave.
Yeah.
Fly off into the sunset.
That's how they win, is
The
survive,
end.
is that the birds fly away. But the last shot of the final shot is 10 freaking minutes. That's why I thought it had to be your favorite, because you've ended movies this way. But so we watch the birds fly away. It's a sunset on the beach, and it's one shot. No, it's one wide, horrible, uninteresting shot of birds sort of
birds.
getting smaller.
Not really. They're flying off into the sunset, but they're not getting any
Somehow.
smaller. They're
And-
growing while they're flying away.
And do the credits go? I don't know. It's 10.
No, it takes forever before those credits roll. And what are the humans doing? They're just standing there watching. I think they are just in the same place we are at that point. Like,
Huh.
what?
They're just leaving.
What? Like they're just frozen in complete and utter
Yeah.
shock and
Two
terror.
kids. That's it.
That's the shock and terror.
Yeah. That look on their faces when it's over.
We keep saying every scene is 10 minutes, but I really think
no.
that one shot
It
was
really might have been 10 minutes.
10
And
minutes.
screen time, that's a long freaking time. Watching birds fly away.
A wide shot with really bad CGI birds off in the distance.
So they're already this small in the picture up at the beach in this wide shot. So we don't really use. And then the birds are way out there. So there is nothing to look at in this shot for more than 2 seconds, and yet we get 10 whole minutes of it. Oh, it's.
They had to be like, man, we really need to stretch out the running time.
I think it was totally. We got to
Because-
meet a time, and that's.
Because the credits roll on that shot. So it's like, that was the intent. We're going to roll the credits on this last shot. So let's just shoot it for as long as we can.
Because I don't think they edited things before they stopped
At all?
recording on like whatever shot they took. They recorded it, they got the shot, and then they hit end. They like cut. And like every shot is the whole take. They just cut out the word cut. So it's like whatever they recorded, well, we got to use that whole thing.
because
We can't have all this film and not use it.
Because conversations will happen where like the conversation's done and then they're and a cut scene.
Yeah. What? Why not move on? Oh my god. Children made this film. I'm convinced. Get some beers, get your friends, and enjoy the crap out of this movie.
Like if I was the director, I would get it. I'd be like, oh, okay, effed up, something.
My bad.
But I'm going to embrace its badness. Whitney Moore, who really comes off as like the best actor in the movie under the circumstances. And she's pretty, so she can get away with. The one I feel sorry for is the lead actor.
That dude.
Like, did he really think he was doing a good acting job?
I'm sure that he thought he was kicking ass. And it is
the
worst acting of all time.
I mean, all the acting in this movie is horrible, but you can blame a lot of that probably on the director. But this guy.
I mean, it's the first time he's acted. It has to be.
Oh
and like,
my God!
Ever. And it's
Since
not
he
that
played a tree in his junior high school, in his junior high
like
play.
all he is doing is remembering his lines. He's not reciting his lines. He's remembering them. He's just because you could just see his brain off working. He'll look up. He'll be just like, and then I sat next to you in the class at school, and he's just trying to remember the words, and he says, "Oh, God, you gotta see this." It's awesome.
Very awesome. Definitely check out Birdemic, Shock and Terror. Highly recommended from the folks down here at Movie Reviews from the Asylum. Oh my God.
If we had time, I'd want to do the 10-minute ending for this episode, but we're really out of time.
Oh man, you make me want to do it now. Well, if we can't do that, can we at least go out bird style?
Let's do it.
Alright,
See
so
you
we're
next
gonna
time.
take off. We'll see you next time.